Donna waved her parents off. They were headed up north to care for her grandparents while the world was in lockdown. She watched the old family sedan drive off down their comfy suburban street, and once it disappeared round the corner, she went inside and locked the door behind her. Finally, she was all alone, and the house was hers. Sure, it was during a pandemic lockdown, but that didn't mean she couldn't enjoy herself, right? Netflix, Spotify, and DoorDash were calling her name and were at her fingertips. How exciting! Her first step was to get as comfortable as possible on the couch. What a comfort, the glow and hum of a TV with her favourite food and all the social media she could consume. While she flicked a series on through Netflix, she scrolled her phone, checking through her Instagram. Within the last 24 hours, she noticed the same man had liked and hearted all of her pictures, and had left a few comments on some, such as, "Beautiful as ever, and you outshine the rest," and on a particularly good makeup picture he wrote, "That is a date-worthy look. Let's go on one." Of course, she didn't reply. She had the creeper vibes all over this dude. Besides, she's a minor, and Donna wasn't interested in some old creep. Out of curiosity, however, she skimmed his profile and found out he was in the same state as her. Yuck. She deleted the comments and moved on. The night was long, and she finished one whole season of Dexter in a single sitting. As the credits were rolling, she couldn't ignore her growling stomach anymore and decided to put the money her parents left her to good use. Delivery. She opened the DoorDash app and scrolled through her choices, eventually ordering her usual from her favourite fast food chain. 45 minutes, the estimated timeline read, and she snuggled back into her blankets to continue her marathon while the delivery driver did all the hard work. About 20 minutes flew by, and she received the notice that her food was ready. She had indicated that the driver could leave it on her porch, so she was in no rush. After putting her phone down, however, there was a knock on the door. Ugh, she grumbled to herself, untangling her limbs from the nest of blankets she had built herself. After tossing her blankets back on the couch, she reached the front door and was immediately startled at the person delivering her food. He towered over her, looming in the doorway, but he handed her food over. As she went to take it, she could feel his index knuckle purposely and intentionally slide across the back of her hand. She was immediately creeped out. "Thanks," was all she could utter, and she turned her back on the man in the doorway and slammed the door shut. She honestly felt a little bit uneasy. Why? She thought, giving her heart a moment to calm down. Sure, the guy was a little bit creepy, but it's not like he did anything wrong. Why did she care? One of her eyebrows twitched as she realized the delivery man and the man on her Instagram looked identical. A shiver ran down her spine. No way. How could that be? Maybe if he was still getting into his car, she could get another look. She was probably just being paranoid. Setting her food down on the hallway table, she stepped silently back over to her front door, the darkness the only thing peeking back at her. She squinted as she flicked the switch to turn on the porch light, and immediately when she did so she was met face to face, eye to eye, with the man who had been watching her the entire time in the lit-up entryway. He had bent down to her level and had a massive grin on his face. They were so close she could almost feel a warmth radiating from the glass due to his skin. Donna screamed and instantly reached for the doorknob, which she could see turning. Throwing the deadbolt, she locked the knob when she saw him release it, and all the while he was staring at her through the glass. "I'm calling the police," screamed Donna, pounding 911 into her phone and hitting connect. It rang, thank God. "Go away, the police are coming," she screamed at the door. She didn't see his shape move from in front of the doorway. She still felt his eyes. "Due to this pandemic, we are expecting higher than average wait times. Please stay on the line," a woman spoke softly on the other end. The recording repeated over and over again. Her heart sank. The longer she waited on hold, she saw the man's shape shift out from the window of the front door. Maybe he was leaving. She could no longer see him, but felt watched. "Please stay on the line," the recording uttered. Donna paced back and forth until she walked into the living room and saw the man standing in the window, his face directly in the window with an ugly, awful sneer. She could see him slowly trying to open the window and realized they weren't locked. She dove for the windows and slipped the little latch closed on the top before he had made any real attempt on the window. His sneer never went away. "Higher than average wait times," said the recording. Donna threw her phone down and frantically checked all the windows on the ground floor, making sure each one, including the back door, was locked. She even went upstairs and made sure the windows up there were locked as well. "Please stay on the line." It had been 20 minutes. Donna ran downstairs, certain everything was locked and bolted shut. Would the operator ever pick up? She still felt the adrenaline burning in her veins. Her chest and neck hurt from her heart pounding so ferociously. Is he gone? She didn't see him in any of the windows. Going to turn off the porch light, she saw him, his big face obscuring the window, staring directly into her eyes at her own level. She screamed and almost dropped the phone as he continued to rattle the door handle. She could hear the operator on the other end still repeating herself over and over, and Donna's stomach sank. There would be no help due to the other circumstances in the world at the moment. She feels absolutely trapped, a prisoner in her own home. She ferociously yells into the phone at the operator to hurry the hell up. To her relief, on the other end she hears, "I apologize for the delay. What's your emergency?" She manages to yell out everything that has transpired within the last 15 minutes. The operator informed her that the police had been dispatched and they'll be there shortly. It took the police roughly 4 minutes to get there, seemingly the longest 4 minutes of her young life. But when they arrived, they made an alarming discovery. It was a Polaroid photo of Donna, sitting on the couch, watching television. The weirdest part was that it was taken roughly a week ago.